If there's anyone who knows what's going on Pence's mind and in his head, it's Olivia Troy, a former senior advisor to Pence and currently the chief political strategist for the Renew America movement. Olivia, welcome. So what do you make of Mike Pence saying he doesn't see a divide in the Republican Party right now? Because from where I'm sitting, there's a divide.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a divide from where I'm sitting, too. I'm on the non-MAGA side of the House trying to figure out where the party went with their insanity. Look, I think he is trying to, he's in a tough spot. He's trying to navigate, bragging on the policies of the Trump administration that he was a big part of, obviously, while he tries to walk this fine line of not alienating more Trump supporters and voters who think he's a traitor and hate everything that he stands for and actually cheer on this mob to hang him. So I think it's a tough call here. And I think he's just trying to sort of navigate and support candidates that are non-MAGA, non-conspiratorial, which actually I give him credit for, because I think more people should be out in front on that so that we don't end up with all these crazies in office.
Can you give us a sense, Olivia, of what's going on behind the scenes right now? Because to the public, Pence has stayed neutral on Trump and January 6th and all of that. But are there maneuvers happening? Are there efforts underway to sort of put out a feel that, a lot of Pence's people have something to say about January 6th and Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'll be honest. There is a divide during the Trump administration, the White House, between the Pence team and the Trump team. That was a divide that they very much tried to keep out of the spotlight and keep away from the media from knowing that divide has always been there. And I think that what you're seeing now is you're going to see this play out more and more in the days to come, especially as we approach 2024. I think the issue, though, is that unfortunately, I do think that Pence has surrounded himself with some advisors who have always sort of tried to walk the fine line of whether they are going to be Trump loyalists or they are going to support Pence. And at times you kind of see that loyalty come to fruition, I would say. But what I would say is I think Pence needs to listen to his own instincts and gut more, because when I have seen him do that, that's when he's actually at his best. And you may disagree with some of his policies. He's very, very conservative. But I think he needs to tout that agenda if he's going to court true conservatives that are still out there that are disgusted by Trump's behavior and see if they can turn to Pence. But I think he's got a really tough road ahead.
So do you think his gut, his instincts would lead him to appear before the committee? Or what does that look like? Does that ever happen?
I would hope so. But the problem is political ambition runs deep here. And we've seen this with a lot of people. And so I think that if he thinks that would not benefit him in the future, he might not come forward. But look, at the end of the day, I think that the person that showed up on January 6th, who held the line, who knew that he needed to do his job and he needed to uphold his oath to the Constitution, is still in there somewhere, right? Deep in him. And I think that it would be best for him to come forward and cooperate and actually just tell Americans the truth from his voice, because I think it would be, I think it's important. And I think actually that should have happened. If it were up to me, it would have happened on January 7th. And Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger would not be standing alone, because if anything, Mike Pence knows the exact truth, and he knows they're telling the truth because he lived it.
So to that point, you see now a lot of people, an awful lot of people coming out of the woodwork to testify before the January 6th committee. You've got Mulvaney and Mnuchin and others. Is this dam breaking, that Liz Cheney was talking about, that finally folks are just going to pour into this conversation? Or how do you think this comes out?
I hope so. I always say safety in numbers, and, it's always strongest when you're standing up to the bully together, right? And I've been hoping for this for a while now. But look, I think the facts are the facts. I think the committee has done an incredible job of showing the facts, displaying the evidence. And we are hearing from people firsthand that live this, who were very loyally serving in the Trump administration, who are Republicans, and some of them lean MAGA. But I think you can't dispute the facts. And I think that the more that people come forward and they realize, okay, I've got others out there whose voices are being heard. I think it's a powerful thing. And look, I think it's important for our country, especially in this moment, for people to, do this with integrity, do it with the courage that Cassidy Hutchinson and Sarah Matthews and others have shown. And after all, look, it's easy when you're just telling the truth, right? I think more people should do that, and we'd probably be in a much better place as a country as a whole.
Olivia Troye, really appreciate you coming on and sharing your insights. Thank you so much.